Hi, and welcome to the Conscious Movement community. Welcome to your What's Next course. So you've finished the 30-day challenge and you're ready to delve a little deeper into your practice. So these videos are going to be the bridge into practicing some of the more advanced content that is here on the Conscious Movement, including your arm balance courses, your handstand course, and the 1 hour deepen your practice videos, or advance your practice videos rather. I always get confused with which ones are the right ones. Okay, so today we're going to kind of synthesize some of the more challenging stuff that we worked on in the 30-day challenge, as well as take you into some newer poses that require all the strength that you developed from the 30-day challenge. Let's begin today in a supine position. Lie down on your back with the soles of your feet together, your knees wide apart. Open up your arms like cactus arms at your side, and just let your body start to open up. So feel your shoulders relax, let your hips relax. Take a conscious breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs from the bottom all the way up. Feel your ribs expand. And feel your ribs draw back in and down as you exhale. One more time, expanding from your center. Feel your ribs expand. And feel the ribs draw back in and down. Then take your arms up to the ceiling, interlock your hands. And as you inhale, slowly reach your arms back. Nice little stretch for the shoulders to warm them up. But keep your rib cage aiming straight down towards your hips. And as you exhale, bring your arms back up. Inhale, slowly reach your arms back using your upper abdominals to stabilize your rib cage as you stretch. Exhale, bring your arms back up. Keep your hips reaching out of your lower back. Inhale, reach your arms back, maintaining the length of the lumbar and the length of your neck. Notice if your upper traps are taking over. Then bring your arms back up. Bring your knees into tabletop position. And then hug your right knee into your chest. Stretch your left leg out along the ground. Push out through your left heel, descend your left thigh. Make little circles with your right knee. Change the direction of the circles. Change legs, hug your left knee into your chest and stretch your right leg out. Push through your heel. Make little circles with your left knee. Change the direction of the circles. Then raise your right heel up about 2 feet up off the ground. Keep your right hand on your knee, reach your left arm straight up, easy for me to say. Then slowly reach your left arm back, keeping your neck long. Your upper abs in, your lower abdominals are holding so that your pelvis stays lengthened out of your lower back. Then change sides, left hand to right knee, right arm back. Change sides, we're starting to warm up, so we're gonna move a little quicker now. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Now bring both legs up in the table, both arms straight up. Hold there. And now we're going to isolate a little more and really make sure that we keep control of the lower and upper abdominals. So push your right heel forward without your right side lower belly falling. And then slowly take your left arm back, keeping the neck free and long, ribs aim down. Bring it back up. Change sides, left leg reaches, right arm goes back, abdominals in, back up. Exhale, change sides, push the right heel and left arm and see if you can reach a little further, increase the range of motion. See if your spine can hold it. Can your core hold? Back up. Change sides. See if you can reach further. If you're able to hold from your core as you stretch, back up. Change sides. Back up, and change sides. What is it? Come back up. Good, now crunch up to your knees. Squeeze the knees in, curl the knees in tighter to your chest. And then as you inhale, reach your arms back and your legs forward. This one. Exhale, tuck back into a ball. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tuck up. 50 more times. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tuck up. Last one. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, tuck up. And release. Set your feet down. Open up your arms like cactus. Take your feet the width of your mat. And then let your knees swivel over to the right as you look to your left. Little twist here. Stretch from your left hip out of your lower back. Reach to your left knee down and away from you. Come back to center. Change sides. Knees over to the left. This is for sure one of my favorite ways to start the practice. Little core wake up. And then this is my favorite twist. For sure. Reach your hip out of your lower back. Come back to center. Hug your knees in and roll up to seated. Downward facing dog. Stretch it back. From down dog, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Press into your feet. Raise your arms up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Hold in your plank, bring your right knee up to your chest, maintaining a plank without rounding. And reach the leg back. Exhale, left knee up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee up. Inhale, reach back. Lie down on your belly. Stretch your arms forward. Reach back through your toes as you reach forward through your fingers. Exhale into cactus. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale into cactus. Lift your head. Lift your chest up an inch. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale into cactus. Hold. Lower your chest down. Press up into plank pose. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Exhale, fold forward. Press through your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step back into plank pose. Exhale, the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach back. Lower down onto your belly. Stretch your arms forward, reach back through your toes. Inhale. Exhale into cactus. Inhale, reach the arms forward, reach from your hips towards your feet. Exhale into cactus. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale into cactus. Hold. Then stretch your arms straight back behind you. Shoulders open, chest open. Place your hands next to your side ribs, right underneath your elbows. Roll the front shoulders open. Draw the skin of your chest up and over your shoulders, down your back. Feel your blades setting nicely onto your back. Elbows aren't pinched all the way in. Reach back through your inner elbow. Good, then from here, roll up halfway into upward facing dog. Inhale, start to roll the chest. And exhale, lower your chest back down. Curl your toes under, press straight up into plank pose. Stretch back into downward dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Exhale, fold forward. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back. Step back into plank pose, one leg at a time. Find your plank, collarbones broad, middle in, shift forward and lower slowly to elbow height. Keep the blades on the back, lift straight back up into plank, stretch back into downward dog. Raise your right leg up from the inner thigh, stay even across your hands. Exhale your left knee to your left armpit. Knee to your right armpit, right knee, right armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale the knee to the left armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, knee to your chest. Pull up, lift up in your middle. Shoulders right over the heel of the hand. Tuck your buttocks under more, pull your belly up, and step your foot up by your thumb. Firm your right hip in, lift your navel heart, float your arms back behind you. Good, reach back through your pelvic root, straight back. Now lift your belly and raise your arms up. Crescent lunge. Bring your hands to prayer. Stay upright, put a bend in your back knee and twist to your right. Spread your arms out, but don't let your right knee cave in. Press straight down through your right heel, right knee pointing forward. Turn your chest forward and raise your arms up again as you stretch your back leg. Bring your hands down and step back into plank pose. Lower slowly, low plank. Lift straight back up. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Raise your left leg up. Exhale the knee to the left armpit. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale the knee to your right armpit. Inhale back up. Exhale the knee to your chest. Pull up, hold there, spread your shoulder blades, tuck your middle in, and lift your foot all the way up to your thumb. Now pin your left hip into the midline, engage your core, lift your navel up to your heart, stretch your arms back behind you. Press down through your feet, lift your belly and come up into crescent. Then bring hands to prayer. Little bend in that back knee, but stay tall through your spine as you twist to your left. Spread your arms out. Reach with your arms to help to turn your rib cage, but don't let your left knee cave in. Keep pressing right down through that center left heel, keeping the knee pointing forward. Turn your chest forward, raise your arms up, inhale. Stretch that back leg. Bring your hands down and step back into plank. Knees down or not, your call. Whatever you need to practice the shoulder alignment, lower slowly to elbow height. And lift straight back up. Glide back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back, Utkatasana. Bring hands to prayer. Sit a little deeper into your chair. Without your left shin falling forward, twist. Take your left elbow to your right knee. Good, let your hips sit back and down, like dropping towards knee height, but then lift your heart up away from your hips so that you have the length of your spine. Set your hands down and fold forward. Chair pose, bend your knees, sit back, raise your arms up. Bring hands to prayer. Sit back a little deeper in your chair and twist to your left. Draw your right shin back so that it's not sinking in front of your left, and then let your hips sit back and down towards knee height. Wake up through the core. Draw your navel up, lift your heart up and away from your hip. Then bring your hands back down and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Then step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one, set up your back heel. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hold in your down dog, reconnect to your breath. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, step or float up to the front. Inhale into a flat back, elongate. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Press up to stand, Samastiti. Surya B, inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga, step back and lower slow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Warrior one, step your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. So turn your right thigh all the way out so that your knee tracks with your second, third toe. Feel your spine tall, chest open. Then reach and put your right hand down onto the inside of your foot. Take your left arm up. Use enough support underneath your hand so that you're not sinking into the pose. Then internally rotate your left arm and wrap it behind your back. Once that hand goes behind your back, roll the front of the shoulder open again so it's not sinking onto your chest. Feel your thoracic and your cervical spine elongate. Then take your left arm back up, press down into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale, reach up. Extended side angle, put your hand on the outside of your foot and take your left arm over. Breathe through your pelvic roots all the way down towards your back heel. Feel your back heel bone anchor. Now bend your left elbow towards your side rib and feel your upper trap spread. Then slowly start to re-extend your arm, reach it overhead without the upper trap being the first thing to fire. Keep the upper trap spreading. Feel your strong tricep holding your arm up, strong shoulder holding your arm. Bend your elbow one more time. Feel the upper trap start to spread. And then without it firing first, engage your arm and reach it overhead. Lift up your heart away from your hip. Press into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Bring your hands to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Back foot angled in a little bit. Left leg turns all the way out. Let the thighs match the rotation of the feet. Then place your left hand down onto the inside of your left foot, right arm up. Make sure that when you go for your deepest variation, your left leg didn't sink in and you're not sinking into the pose. Press into your feet, stand up through your spine, then wrap your right arm behind your back. And once you get that hand behind the back, roll the shoulder, the front of the shoulder open, like this external action, even though the arm's an internal rotation. Left hip, you can feel with your hand if your left hip is hugged in enough. Then take your arm back up, press into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Reverse warrior, flip your palm and inhale. Extended side angle. Reach and put your hand down on the outside of your foot and take your right arm over. Then bend your right elbow towards your side rib. So this muscle tends to be hyperactive in most people, which means it'll be the first thing to try to jump up as soon as you go to take your arm up. So keep this spread as you start to reach the arm over. Feel the, what's the thing called? The middle delt helping to stabilize the humeral head in the socket. And then rebend one more time, bend your elbow. And then from your strong shoulder muscle, feel the arm, reach overhead. Then press into your feet and inhale, come back up to stand. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in so your feet are parallel. Clasp your hands behind your back or use a strap or a towel if your shoulders are tight. Roll your shoulders open and tip forward halfway. Put a little micro bend in your knees as you hold there. Press into your feet roots. Heel, big toe, little toe mound. Reach your chest forward as you reach your hips back. Then lengthen all the way. Tip deeper. Take your arms up and over. Keep pressing down even into your feet. Good, then inhale, come back up. Spread your arms out to the side. Utthita Trikonasana, turn your left leg in slightly, turn your right leg all the way out. Make sure that that thigh is turned so much from the root of the thigh that your knee points with your toes and reach out into triangle. Just in case you want that thing. You might want to block here because we're going to go to half moon next. So bend your right knee, keeping your ankle and the hip on its track. Step your back foot a foot closer. Now keep your chest open as you slide your right hand a foot in front and step up to balance. Ground down through your right foot. Pin your right outer hip in and open up your chest. Hold here, or if you have the flexibility to, we're going to add on. Bend your left knee and reach back with your hand for your foot. But keep stretching your buttock out of your lower back. Open up your chest. So it's similar to the twisty stretch we did at the beginning, my favorite stretch, in that you want to reach through the hip and the knee out of the lower back. Don't force it if it's jamming your knee or your lower back. Now open back up, steady as can be. Bend your right knee, slide into warrior two. Nice and soft. Then change sides, straighten your right leg. Turn your legs to the left, right leg in a little, left leg all the way out. And reach out over your left leg. Once you got the thigh turn, make sure you get that thigh turn, otherwise you're going to get the hip click, which over time, that's not so good for your hip. Reconnect to your breath. Feel your breath moving from your center. Reach down through your feet. Feel all three of those points of your feet pressing down, the heel, big toe, and little toe mound. Then bend your left knee, keeping it on its track. Without your chest collapsing, Slide your hand a foot in front of your foot and step up. Stay alert through the spine. Balance across that left foot tripod. As you pin your left hip in, open up, then hold here or bend your right knee and reach back with your hand for your foot. Stretch the hip and the buttock out of the lower back. Reach the tailbone through the knee away from you. And then maybe you can even start to stretch, reaching the foot back into the hand to go a little deeper into the extension. Slowly, without slingshotting, open back up. Bend your left knee, and as smooth as you can, slide into Warrior Two. Vinyasa, hands to the mat. Step back. And make your way back into downward facing dog. Then from down dog, bring your feet together, roll to the outside edge of your left foot and take your right arm up. Now you can modify by dropping your left knee down onto the ground. It's most important that you have this Tadasana line. So if you got both legs extended, but you're all hunched over like this, and you're like, I'm killing it. No, you're only killing your neck and your shoulders. So just drop your knee down so you can get all open. Now, if you want to add on here, turn your right big toe up to the ceiling. Try sliding your heel up the inseam of your leg. Oh, first step in doing Vashisthasana 2. Good. Release that. Downward facing dog. Change sides. Roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Take your left arm up. And of course, you can learn all about doing that stuff in the arm balance course. That's on here. Hold here, get your line first so that your core is integrated. Then maybe if you want to add on, turn your big toe up and slide your heel up the inseam of your leg. Good job. Back into downward dog. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. And fold. Crow pose, squat down from Malasana first, come into your deep Malasana, as opposed to your shallow Malasana. Okay, good, so let the hips sit back and down, reach your chest through your arms, back of the skull releases down, all about opening up in your back body as much as you can. Spread your back ribs, spread your sacrum lower back, open up there, and then keeping all that opening, your front body plugged in, bend your elbows back. Hook those knees way up high into your armpits, hands underneath your shoulders. Now, as soon as you try to go lean into your arms, you're going to feel that your middle wants to push out. Keep hollowing out, carving out your middle, keeping your back body as spread as you can as you lean into your hands. Keep your butt low as you start to straighten your arms. Use your bandhas. Pelvic floor draws up, belly sucks up. And then float back into chaturanga. Woo! Upward facing dog. And back into down dog. All right. Then from there, look in between your hands, step or hop up to the top of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Good, then arms forward, straight out in front of you. Cross your left leg up and over your right. Cross your left elbow under. Then draw your navel in and start to round out like you're going to tap your elbow to your knee. Good. Stay low here, but then unround your spine. Reach your heart forward. Right outer hip engaged. Uncross your left leg and reach it back into Warrior Three without your right hip swinging to the side. Keep it pinned in. Reach your sternum forward. Good. Now bend your right knee, step back into warrior one. Uncross your arms, reach up. Bring hands to prayer. Spin your back heel up, lean out over your knee, and twist. Take your left elbow to your knee. So as you're twisting, navigate through the midline. Lean your head back into alignment with your spine, lift your heart up, but keep that right hip engaged so it stays on its track. Hands down, step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Look in between your hands, step or float up lightly to the front. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees, sit your hips back. Arms forward. Cross your right leg up and over your left. Cross the right elbow under. Hug in with your legs, draw the energy up the root of the spine, and breathe down through the core of the spine and make sure that you're feeling equal length and space. Then draw your navel in and start to round out like you're going to tap your elbow down to your knee. Good. Stay low here, but uncurl your spine, reach your heart. From the strength of your left outer hip, uncross your right leg and reach it back, but keep your hips and your waist level to the floor. Three more breaths. Bend your knee. Step back into warrior one. Uncross your arms and reach up. Bring hands to prayer. Spin your back heel up. Lean out over your knee and twist. Without that left knee caving in, twist to the knee instead of the knee twisting to you. Anchor into your left center heel. Press down through your right toe mounds and lift your back thigh bone up. Grow a long line of energy from your back ankle through your spine. Breathe through your nose. Put your hands down, step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Navasana, jump through to seated. Bring your knees up and arms forward. Hug in with your legs. Now put your hands behind your knees for just a moment. And as you breathe in, draw your breath in through your nose, down through your central channel, and feel anywhere in your spine where it feels like it's sinking onto the vertebra below. Can you create more and more space through the spine? Okay, good. Now can you take one arm forward without losing that space anywhere? Maybe both arms forward. Don't sink. Nice. Then go for Ardha Navasana with control. Abs in. You can do the heels down variation to lower and then extend the legs if that helps you to integrate your core better. Then come back up into boat pose, cross your legs, put your hands next to your hips. Now push down into your hands, tuck your belly up and lift your hips up. And then see if maybe you can lift one foot, maybe two. Or you can just work on holding yourself with the feet down. Good, back to Navasana. So that's the first stage that I teach in the arm balance course. Just pushing down, lifting your hips up and getting real comfortable, getting strong doing that. Keep the energy through the spine. Then lower slowly into Ardha Navasana. Come back up. Change the cross of the legs. Hands next to your hips. Lift up, lift the buttock up. Pull up from your core. So you can see how much core it is to get the spine to flex like that. Yeah, she's got weight in her arms, but a lot from the core. Set the buttocks back down. Last round, Navasana. Ardha Navasana. Now take your right leg straight up, plug your belly in, bring your hands up and over to the outside of the ankle. Abs of steel, six-pack abs. Change sides, go up and over to the outside of the left leg. Change sides. And change sides. Good, release that, hug your knees in. Roll yourself up to seated and back into downward facing dog. Okay, now as you hold in down dog, keep your lower back nice and long and raise your right leg up from the inner thigh. But then pretend like you're squeezing a block in between your thighs, keeping both sides of the lower back long, staying even into your hands, the triceps turned down. Change legs. Raise the left leg up. Keep the spread of your shoulder blades connected into your hands. Hug in with the thighs. Keep both sides of the lower back equally long. Ooh, excuse me. Lower your leg back down. And then walk your hands back to your feet, Uttanasana. Good. Now take your mat over to a wall, and we're going to practice the foundation for handstand. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Okay, so you're going to take a mini down dog with your heels on the baseboard. So you want to be about a leg's distance away from the wall with your hands. So another way that Stacy's measuring, she just comes on her hands and knees, and then she's going to be that leg's distance away. So she comes to that mini down dog first. The heels up on the baseboard. And so what's important is first, before you try any going upside down, is that you can just get the arms, the core, the spine to be long, the core holding your spine long, and the legs nice and strong and straight. Then once you feel like you have that really well, try stepping one leg up at hip height. Now just notice, did your body twist over? Did you lose the arms, or did you lose the right leg to do that? See if you can bring the other leg up, both knees bent, both toes at the wall. Now turn your triceps down, push down into your hands, plug your ribs in, and then see if you can lift your hips up and over your wrists and maybe straighten your legs. Keep the rib basket pulled in, neck long. Good, then lower yourself back down, rest in child's pose. You're supposed to hold that for 3 more minutes. Okay, cool. Ready to do that just one more time. But now we're going to use our friend, the block. If you have a wood block, this is awful to try to do this one. Just come into a kneeling position with the block out in front of you. I can't find the foam block, so you're going to use the mini foam roller. Stretch the arms out. And then when you go to take your arms up, you want to be able to feel that you can rotate your upper arms. So take your arms up halfway, and you're going to notice that what wants to happen, your arms want to start to turn like this. And then what happens here? Oh, then we get all this neck congestion. You don't want to balance on arms like that. So instead, we're going to train the triceps to stay like this as you go to take the block up. And then the humeral head sits into its position in the socket. The upper traps aren't taking over. The blades are broadening. The upper chest stays nice and open. And then Stacy's going to try to engage her triceps and lift that block even higher. Foam roller. Now, she can't compensate from the ribs. I mean, she can, but then she won't be doing it right. She won't be using the core. So using the core, just make sure that the ribs stay in. Okay, bring your arms back down. Try it one more time, doing the new arm and rib situation. Okay, so set up your hands, set up your legs. and then go up. Now, if you have a history of shoulder issues, wrist pain, this might not be the best for you. You can just work on the prep with the mini down dog. Otherwise, take it up. And then maybe if it's really going really well, try raising one leg up, squeezing in with the legs. Change, take the other leg up. Then take both legs up. No, just kidding. And then lower that leg down. Great job. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. 5 breaths there. Let the hamstrings and the hips open up. Feels so good to stretch. And then come back up. So if you had a lot of issues with the shoulder limitation, just getting the shoulders to stretch, great stretch to do is you just turn around to face the wall and work on, with your hands in this position, getting all the space, and then walking in a little closer, getting the space in the arms, walking in a little closer. And this is a great stretch that you can start to practice once you're warmed up, to start to get the arms to coordinate with the ribs without letting your ribs sink to the wall. You kind of like keep the ribs back a little. Okay, come away from the wall, go back to your spot, and stand in Tadasana at the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Inhale into plank. Lie down on your belly. Clasp your hands behind your back and lift up into locust pose. Roll the shoulder heads away from the floor. Firm the hips out of the lower back and then shoot your chest straight out, like an arrow from your heart, straight ahead to the wall in front of you. Lower yourself back down and rest one cheek. Bend the knees, reach back with your hands for your feet. If it's too much on the knees or the ankles, just stick with the last one. Then start to roll yourself up. If you have a history of lower back compression, disc issues, then just stay low and work on reaching the heart forward and reaching the hips and the knees out of your back. If your lower back feels healthy, then start to reach the shins up and back, coming up into a bow shape like Stacy's doing. Lower yourself back down, rest the other cheek. Upward facing dog, roll your chest through. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Raise your right leg up behind you, inhale. Exhale, bring your leg up for single leg pigeon. Now there's a few of you guys who have some knee issues where this single leg pigeon doesn't work so well. If that's the case, you can lie on your back and do ankle to knee pose instead right now. You can do simple cross legs, folding forward. Really the ankle to knee one, that would be a better one. I like that one. Maybe feel pretty good. Okay. Stretch back into downward facing dog. Change sides. Raise the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee up for single pigeon. Depending on how open you feel in your hip, you can just work this upright variation, or you can start to crawl the hands forward. You can stay there or lower onto the elbows or even onto a block. Whatever feels right for your body. Remember, we don't want to just collapse into any stretch. You want to feel that you have the integrity, support from your base, and that you can feel yourself elongating into the stretch instead of just sinking into it. Come back up. Now, from here, sit over onto your left hip and bring your right leg around for Ardha Matsyendrasana. And just cross that right ankle on the outside of your left knee. Wrap your left elbow around your knee and twist. Let your sit bones reach straight down. And then, like you had someone come up behind you and lift you up from these bones behind your ears straight up over your sit bones. Grow your spine tall. And then let your navel soften and turn your ribs a little deeper. Release that. Change the cross of your legs. Wrap your elbow around. So when you're doing your seated twist, you could think that who's that guy that left the royal family? You know, this was a big thing that happened a few weeks ago. The prince who left you've taken his place in the royal family, and you're having a photograph taken in this pose, and you have to look very regal, like you could be royalty. Oh yeah, there, yes. Even the chin position now, wow, magnificent. All right. Now that's over. Release, stretch your legs out. Inhale your arms up. You can practice the spinal decompression, hands at the side, arms forward or arms up, or you can reach forward, exhale, go all the way into it. Then lie down onto your back for death. Shavasana, corpse pose. Let your palms turn up at your side and your feet fall open. Let go completely. Take one last deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs. And let it out. Give your body permission to completely relax here. Take a slightly fuller, deeper breath in and out through your nose. Bend your knees. Roll over to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. Join palms together. Namaste. Hey, thanks so much for joining us in the Conscious Movement community. Welcome to the community. I hope that you found this video like it's going to be something that's taking you into the next phase in your practice, the next layer of depth, that you're able to commit a little more time to do that. If you found this video helpful, you enjoyed it, leave me a comment below. Let me know. Let me know how I can make the community better for you, if there's things that you'd like to see in the future. And if you have any difficulty finding anything, where's the arm balance courses? Just let me know, and I'll I don't know where it is. No, but I'll help you find it. Okay, have a great day, and we'll see. Oh, so the way this course is working, if you weren't sure yet, there's going to be you practice this for a week. This is your practice for the next week, as much as you can get this one in, and then I'm going to have a new video for week 2, week 3, and week 4. By the end of that, you're going to be ready to go into some of the hour-long practices. Okay, have a good one.